And at that position, it's the player and it's the leader. You are the guy to whom the others will look. Here he is from this weekend on how he is developing as a leader with Chicago Bears.
To be a great leader, you got to learn how to follow first. So right now, I'm following all the vets. I'm following all the coaches. I'm listening. Having both ears open and my mouth shut. Just kind of sitting back, listening. And then, when I get to the point when I learn everything, when I learn the ways of how we do it, the culture, the playbook, and what the offensive line, wide receivers are all doing, running backs and tight ends and things like that, then you can start taking the lead. Then you can start taking the helms of all of it and take the next steps. For right now, though, I'm listening more than I'm speaking and talking, and I'm taking it one step at a time, being the moment.
18. Not a really common quarterback number. Peyton Manning was the
I guess he's
best
going with
known
that.
18.
I'm starting. I'm the man. I'm the sheriff from the get-go.
Cousins are wearing 18 in Atlanta because they didn't want to pay for the Kyle Pitts remaining jerseys at number 8.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So, he's they haven't had a franchise quarterback in Chicago since Sid Luckman left in 1950.
I like the 18. I mean, it's different. It is. And, like we talked about, this is one of the positives, I think, of him going to Chicago, right? I know the organization, it's not perfect, and they're a work in progress in a lot of ways, but I think the GM's built something there. We like what the head coach did with the football team last year, especially when he took over the defensive side of the ball, right? I think there's a lot of up and up there and a lot to be excited about. As far as Caleb Williams. And what I mean, not only excited about, we got the number 1 pick in the draft and he's super talented. He says the right things. That's the right thing, too. You can't be the leader when you don't know jack diddly squat, right? You got to be the leader once you start to be able to hey, the guy breaks the huddle and you're over here. Remember, and check with me on blah, blah, blah. And you start to, that's when everyone starts to go, oh, wait, Caleb's on his stuff, right? He's leading us now. Right now, he's just going to try to be one of the guys. He's going to try to learn the offense and go from there. But, I mean, had just the excitement I think you got to have for Chicago and the potential of the players. And you look at the roster, I think we could be in line for a quarterback who has a rookie quarterback playing like this in this offense. I wouldn't be shocked if that happened with Caleb Williams in year 1.
And I think part of being a good natural leader is to not walk through the door and act like
I'm the man.
This is your birthday.
Yeah, right. I'm the leader.
Taking over from the day you show up.
Right.
There has to be a certain dose of humility, even if it doesn't last very long.
Yes.
But just you show up with the mindset of, I'm not going to walk in here like I own the place. I might eventually.
Yeah.
I might soon, but I don't own the place as I walk through the door.
If you do that, you're going to create enemies from the get-go, right? It's the normal pecking order of the NFL locker room. I don't care who you are unless you've been playing in the league and maybe you're a free agent who signed with the new team and you're getting big money and everybody knows you're the guy or whatever. Hey, you walk through the door, everybody knows you're the man. But in the NFL, you got to earn your stripes a little bit. You do. Earn your stripes, be respectful of the older guys who have been there, been working hard, know how things work, right? Don't cause attention to yourself. Don't tell the media hey, I'm over here, guys, if you want to meet with me in the locker room, right? Those are the little things everyone's gonna be like, shut up, rookie. Just, you don't even know how to get out of the huddle yet. Let's just do that. And then, you can start telling me how to, go about my day and lead me through it that way.
Even though Tyson Bagent's only been there 1 year, he played last year. He was a phenomenon for a while.
Did well.
Before Tommy DeVito. He was the Tommy DeVito.
You're right. The Midwest version.
Yeah, and so you got to show him a little deference and a little respect. He's at least proven he can play at the NFL level. We don't know that from Caleb Williams yet.
No question. Exactly right.
So what Tyson Bagent did last year, every bit as impressive as what we're hoping to see Caleb Williams do this year, just from the standpoint of the expectations going in. He vastly exceeded them. So that's a guy you want to show some respect to, even though he's already behind you on the depth chart, and he knows it. He gets it.
Yeah.
He's not expecting to be given the starting job. When they traded Justin Fields, he wasn't thinking, this is mine.
Right,
he knows what's coming.
Yeah,
we all knew what was coming.
Exactly
and
right.
I guess that's the key. We all know what's coming, including Caleb Williams, and he knows how to carry himself in a way.
That's right.
Just like everything is just, they know that they nailed this, that they have a guy who's not fully formed all-pro quarterback, but he's on that track, and they're just going to keep moving it in that direction and see where it goes.
Well, and as we talked about, right during the draft time, right? It's the only team that really didn't earn the number 1 pick, in how many years? What was it?
Since the
what was it? The 70s?
It was the first time that a team had traded for a selection that became the number 1 overall pick a year in advance.
Right.
And it was the Bills 49ers O.J. Simpson trade.
That was when it came
Tom
up.
Cousineau, who never played for the Bills. Never played for the Bills.
That's
went
crazy.
to play for the CFL and never played for the Bills. Actually, ultimately played for the 49ers.
Yeah.
The team that would have had that first overall pick and may have taken the big effort.
Yeah, you could have changed history. Maybe I wouldn't be here, and maybe
that's true.
Yeah, my dad would have 4 Super Bowls. Family money would have just been exorbitant. I'd be like, screw, I can't. I don't want to work with Florio.
You wouldn't exist. You wouldn't exist. You wouldn't have met your mom. You would not
be
here.
You're right.
Literally.
I guess. I guess it's all you say. Yes, I know. Well, we won't get too deep into that.
Didn't we say this on the show not that long ago? Just the fact that we are alive.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to win the lottery. And I know that some people have it hard,
right?
And wonder like, why am I even here?
Yeah.
And there's, and I want to be serious. I mean, if you feel that way, there are resources available because, at some level, we have all won the lottery just by merely existing. When you think of all of the things that have to happen just right, just to get your parents to meet, and then beyond that, not to get into the whole physics of procreation, but for you to be exactly who you are is winning a different lottery. I mean, it's lottery within a lottery within a lottery within a lottery. You defy the odds. It's like trillions to one that we even exist. It's amazing when you think about it.
So stop acting like you got a tube up your butt all the time and be happy. Look, you made it here. You're good.
But don't you understand? You know me for 7 years. What's more interesting? What's more interesting? If I'm kind of an ass, or if I'm like, oh, everything's great. Oh, yes. Oh, whatever.
Well,
everything's fine.
It depends on the day.
Okay.
It depends on the day. All right.
There's a certain amount of it that you would just rather do without.
But bottom line.
That part's coming, too.
That's coming. But bottom line, I think where we were going with the Bears thing, too, like, I don't remember a young – and I know C.J. Stroud, he did what he did last year, but none of us expected that. And we didn't think the Texans team was good enough to support him to even make him do what he did last year, right? I don't remember being with the number 1 quarterback or a top quarterback, even the top 2 or 3 picks, going, wait, not only do I love the player, but I think the team around him is like really good. And one of the teams I'd put in, air quotes to go, watch out for them this year, even if it wasn't Caleb Williams at quarterback. And then you go, wait, they got Rome Odunze at 9, and they traded for Keenan Allen, right? And we talked, their O-line was better at the end of the year last year. They got a stable of running backs. The damn tight ends they got, right? It's Gerald Everett. It's Cole Kmet, who's one of the better tight ends in football. That's where I look at it. And then the defense we know is legit as well. But that's where I'm excited for Caleb Williams and the Bears fans is I think you could have an exciting young football team almost from the get-go with Caleb Williams. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of like, oh, we got to run it and manage Caleb and play defense and, oh, we'll throw it on 3rd and 4 and then we'll run it. And I think that could be a lot of fun for all Bears fans out there.
If I'm a Bears fan, though, and if I've been a Bears fan my whole life, I'm just wondering when's the shoe going to fall because it always does. Other than 1985, it's been something. But it feels like they've got something good going on. And I know from when we went to Chicago, and it's going to be 5 years ago in September for the season opening game, Packers-Bears to start the NFL's 100th season. I'd never been there before. And it's like, this is like a hybrid of Pittsburgh and New York.
Yeah, right.
Big city, but it oozes football. It oozes a love for competition and particularly football. I know they've got great baseball, basketball, hockey team there with legacies of championships at various times over their existence. But the football team just feels like it should own that city, and I feel like we're moving toward that era.
Hopefully. It'd be cool to see it.
I know from the 50 years I've been a fan of the NFL, and I got drawn to it by becoming a fan of the woeful and pitiful and tear your heart out and show it to you Vikings. The Bears have never been a team that's been a team to worry about for more than flashes. Like,
mid to late 80s, right.
And their demise was more entertaining than their ascension.
Kind of was, because you always thought we were going to get more out of what that little, what we thought was going to be maybe a dynasty-type football team there in the mid-80s.
The Richard Dent line about Mike Ditka. We won one Super Bowl because of Mike Ditka, and we won one Super Bowl because of Mike Ditka.
Right, I hear you. Yeah, it's disappointing there. That was certainly their time, but of course the NFC and football was different back then. Last thing with the Bears, because I know we want to talk about some other quarterbacks here, but Eberflus, the hair. You saw the haircut there? He's going like, I mean, it's almost Chris Simms-ish. I mean, I don't know. He's going high and tight, but he's taking it low on the side right now.
Yeah.
I like it. Going a little like young man look. Got the of course, the goatee going.
But here's the key.
It's a good look. I like it.
Here's the key.
Yeah.
No artificial coloring in sight.
No.
Own who you are.
Exactly.
Gentlemen, I've had this conversation multiple times recently because I'm getting the gray. Now, the lighting in here is favorable. It's and I appreciate that. The lighting at my
you're definitely
studio
more
at my
gray
house.
than this
the lighting at the studio
camera
at my
shows.
house is very favorable.
Right.
But even if it wasn't, I mean, just be who you are, because at some point you will die. I know it sounds crazy. You will die. And those gray hairs are a reminder that you're getting closer to the end than the beginning. And you're not going to fool anyone else, so why are you trying to fool yourself?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to know that you're coloring your hair. It's obvious when somebody shows up with their hair colored. Tom Brady, it's obvious his hair's colored and in parts not real. But Tom, if that's, it's like the little kid at the birthday party, like let him have a good time and don't say anything about it. Well, why? Why aren't we more self-aware of who we are? Let's just be who we are.
Yeah.
Let's just be who we are.
I know. That's not the world we live in right now.
All right. Well, it's the world I live in because I'm just going to be who I am.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Right.
Some days more worse than better. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.